his spot. The Byron Reese Trail to Blood Mountain. No Godfrey today because he can't handle this hike. It's a little bit too difficult for him with his hips and his limping. So this is a little bit different for me. Seems to be a popular spot. The parking lot is packed with cars. So I'm definitely not the first person out here. So do not cross behind twine, stand trail, pack it in, pack it out. So Blood Mountain is supposed to be the tallest spot on the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. So that's where we're going. Let's see how this hike goes. It's supposed to be difficult. It's rated as hard because I think it's just straight up to the top and then obviously straight down. So we'll see how it goes. First water crossing. Easy to get across. So it's still early spring, and it's about 48 degrees, I think it was, my Jeep said when I parked. So it's a little on the cool side, but once we start walking here, I expect it'll feel pretty warm pretty quick. It's supposed to be about 4 miles or so out and back. It's not a terribly long hike, but oh, shell casing. I did not bring my pistol. Maybe I should have. So given that it's early spring, the leaves are just starting to come out on the trees. Lots of rhododendrons. And here we go. Start the incline. But yeah, so it's early. Leaves are just starting to pop. But it's a perfect day for this hike. It's supposed to get up into the 70s in a little bit. It's a clear blue sky, beautiful day. So we're still early on in this hike, and the incline is real. Lots of rocky stairs. And the huffing and puffing has started. Beautiful place though so far. Yeah, so that first rocky climb's got me sucking wind. That's all right. Beautiful sky. So we just passed one person on the way back. So clearly you gotta get out here early to be first. Or, well, he didn't have a pack or anything, so it's clearly just day hiking. I haven't hiked something this steep since last September in Salt Lake City in the Wasatch Mountains. But there's enough, at least so far, there's enough breaks in the climbs to catch your breath. So we just passed the sign for a guy who went missing on this trail months ago. I totally forgot about that. I've been on different parts of this mountain, not this trail, but so I forgot that the guy disappeared on this one. There's nothing humorous you can say about that that won't get you canceled. So I leave my thoughts to myself. So I've already taken a wrong turn near where I saw the sign for the guy that disappeared. So gotta go back and take a different trail. So now I'm back on the right trail. I guess this is the Appalachian Trail. Right here. And I missed the turn because I was following the Byron Reese Trail. But there are other hikers now in front of me. So I think I am in the right spot now. I'll double check the map just to be sure before I get too far. So the weather's starting to warm up, and so am I with the inclines. I expect, oh, I don't know, maybe in about 20 minutes, I have to strip down to my t-shirt. Just past the other two hikers that were in front of me, so they can catch me when I fall. At least I got that going for me. You can see at least before the leaves fully break out in the trees, some of the views of the North Georgia mountains. Feels like we're heading uphill pretty steep now because we got a series of switchbacks. There's the rest of this hill. That's not the end, mind you. Hey, a blaze. Been too busy trying to make sure I keep my breath to see the blazes. Really is quite the sight, though. This little rock outcropping was called something, and I don't remember what it was. But I'm here, whatever it's called. So the overshirt has come off because I'm overheating, and this shit's getting harder. Sometimes I think I like to make things harder for myself than they need to be. Up here climbing all kinds of rocks for nothing. But back on track. I think past several hikers now. So a guy just passed me going down, and he doesn't deserve it, but I'm gonna call him an asshole only because he's running this freaking trail. I'm sure he's a perfectly nice man, but seeing somebody run up and down this trail just makes me want to call him an asshole, just because I know I can't do it. I think we're getting pretty close to the top now. It's absolutely stunning up here. A couple of months you won't even be able to see the mountains. We got like a little window here of a view into the North Georgia mountains. Pretty stunning. Can't do this justice on a smartphone camera. So I've long contended that the hikes that are labeled hard in Georgia are the medium hikes or moderate hikes in Salt Lake City. And even though while I'm sucking air, I think it holds true. Because I get this winded in Salt Lake City on every hike. They're all labeled moderate. Just keep that stuff in mind. So I've got this other scenic sheet of rock overlooking the mountains. Unbelievable views. I am finally coming up to the end, at least of this part. People are already up here. Let's check it out. So that was the view from the top, highest point on the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. I'm gonna start heading back down towards my car. Didn't want to speak up there because there's several hikers up there and I don't want to disturb their peace with my baloney. But it's very cool. I'll let the video and the photos speak for themselves. If you want to see the photos, go to the website, thecasualhike.com, and I'm heading back to the car. Now the long trek down, always harder to go down for me. So when you're coming on your way down, you come out of like a thicket of rhododendrons and it just opens up to this. And I think I've already showed that, yeah, I took a picture right by this little bush here. But still, you get the opposite views coming down, so it's just cool. Now, to me, again, going down is harder. It takes a lot more work, harder on my knees. Easier on my lungs, harder on my knees. Let's keep it going. I just passed proof that anybody can hike these if you really want to. A couple of young girls in just like regular street clothes and like full-on makeup and big hoop earrings. Why you would why you would want to have all of that just to work up a sweat coming up this hill, coming up this mountain? I'll never know, but it's kind of funny. They look like they were doing all right too, so just proof. If you really want to do it, anybody can do it. All right, I've hit the area where there's a ton of switchbacks now. And I was just asked by some hikers on the way up, like, how much farther it is. And I cringed a bit, and she's like, It's like, yeah, because I told her that coming down is so much quicker that I lose all perspective on how far it is. Because, you know, going up is a bit of a slog. So she looked at her tracker and said maybe about 0.6, 0.7 miles. I was like, that sounds fair. It's the best I could do. I'm really no help to anybody else but myself on the trail. But again, it was like an older guy who had a little bit of difficulty walking, so he's just taking his time. And I think anybody who really just sets their mind to this hike can do it. So now I get to play the asshole. You got a lot of young people now heading up, and I'm just heading down and flying down and no problem. And they're like, oh, geez. You can hear them talking about it, like people just flying through here. So I'm reveling in the asshole role. So for some unknown reason, there's like some kids walking down the hill. They're on their way out, blasting classic rock on the trail. That's really not what everybody wants, I think. Kids these days, shaking the fist. So I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm catching up to the classic rock blairers. And these are the reasons I don't go on hikes with where the trails are popular. I just kind of like peace and quiet and solitude when I go hiking. And I've had to socialize quite a bit on this hike, more than I normally do, but nothing against everybody else, except the guys blaring the classic rock. I got something against them. It's like I just want a peaceful, quiet hike. Complaint over. So I'm getting closer to the Jeep, almost there now. I keep slowing down and stopping so I don't catch up to the classic rock guys. Try to keep it as peaceful as I can. But almost done. So I'm back to the beginning. Here's the picture of the guy that went missing on this trail. I didn't even see that when I started, but so I am at the bottom. It's a good hike. It's worth the effort to get up to the top. It is, I guess, for Georgia, it's hard. If you're used to hiking big mountains, this is moderate. But just plan on getting tuckered out. It's a good hike. Until next time.